So today we have David Emmons in the office. I am incredibly excited for you to be here. And some of you may have already seen the testimonial interview that we did with David, actually just about a month and a half ago. But now we have an update. I'm really excited. So I'll let you kind of lead with things, David, with where you're at right now.
Well, I came to the office because I'm excited about what's happening. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to see Aleric in person because, we're getting 3x ROI, okay, scale to $1,000 a day. Looking at cleaning some things up today to tighten things up so that 4x ROI is like in the future, very near future. So I'm just excited. That's why I came down, when you've been doing some amazing things with my account, and I wanted to see if we could tweak it and make it even better. So I'm excited. I've been a fan of what you've been doing all along, and to see results like I'm seeing right out of the gate, and then to see you be able to tighten those up and make it even better, that's like just mind-blowing. So that's what I'm thrilled about. That's why I'm here, and I'm excited, very excited.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it. And I'm very excited as well because, just some of these numbers and for the people watching right now, just seeing, the results that we've gone through. I remember on the last interview that we did, we were kind of diving into how we were earning those return on ad spend. We were actually getting the campaigns, we were scaling them up, how exciting it was. And just seeing the progression, right, from then until now to see, now things are scaling up over like one of the campaigns, $1,000 a day. Right. Just one campaign. Then you have some other multi-$100, $100 campaigns running, 3x, and then what we talked about was 4x. But do you want to maybe explain a little bit about your overall experience that you've had? Because you've gone through the whole 8-week process that we had. Maybe we'll start there with the 8-week process.
Yeah, well, the process has been incredible. One of the things that I've learned, besides your awesome teaching and coaching and directing, is that one of the things you told me early on is that YouTube ads are different than Facebook ads. I've been doing Facebook ads for a while, and what I'm seeing in my results is that my folks coming to my webinar from YouTube are highly qualified people. It's like night and day between my Facebook ads. And so my YouTube ads are converting at just such a greater rate. And that's just amazing to me. And so I guess the reason I'm saying that is because of this. I've learned that YouTube is the place to get my people. Right? Yeah. That's where my people are. Okay. So what I've learned about my YouTube ads is that those are the ones that are converting. Those are the ones that are giving me the 3x ROI. And I know it's going to be 4x soon. And I believe it's because you've got that intention base going on for you. But I also believe there's these other components with YouTube that makes it the channel that you really want to be advertising on. So, and if you're going to advertise on YouTube, you are the guy I'm going to be working with because you know what you're doing. I just sat here with you and watched you fly through my ad account, tweaking things like a mechanic on a Maserati. It's like, okay, now take it around the track. And so that's what I'm doing next. I'm going to take these ads around the track, and we're going to get on the next coaching call and listen to my success stories.
Absolutely. And that's what I love too. And you've also seen, it's not just you, it's the other people going through the process as well. We get on some of these calls, and obviously some are, individual calls, but also we have a lot of group coaching calls as well, where a lot of people are seeing your progression, but you're seeing other people too. And that's one of my favorite things is seeing, all right, the ad, that ad is being a clear winner. It's at $100, now $200, now $400, now it's $600. And I remember you asked me that question. I was so excited. You're like, can we go to $1,000 on this one campaign?
Now it's like 3,000.
It says that we can scale it up to $3,000. Now imagine like Facebook too. People are just like, they're trying to do 15%. You were probably stuck in that as well, 15% of every day.
I'm still doing Facebook ads. I do it as a smaller number, but when I go in to look at a Facebook ad, when I go to adjust the budget, I'm literally afraid to touch the ad because I know that when I touch the ad, things get broken. You scale up 5, 10%, maybe 15%. You have to be so careful, and then I'll have to shut an ad off because it got broken. One of the things that I've seen you do on the calls, which absolutely amazes me, is I'll watch you work with someone, and I'll see an ad and I'll think, what's he gonna do? I don't see where you can possibly dial this in any better, or where you can save something that looks like maybe it's not working. And I'll see you turn somebody's business around on a call. I mean, the next call, I'll see the results. And I'm thinking, how did Aleric even know to go and touch that part? And you will touch things that I think most people don't even know exist. I mean, you're just in these places in the back end, touching things that move the needle for people. And I know that when we're on the call with you, they're like, they would be clueless. They just don't know what to touch. And that's just brilliant. And that just goes to your experience. I mean, your experience in this is in depth, and it's I mean, it's top notch.
Well, I really,
kingpin, man.
I really appreciate that, Dave. I really do.
I mean, it shows in your work, and I've seen you do it. I mean, you do it with winning campaigns, and then you do it with campaigns where people are having trouble, and you pull them out, and you pull them out of the jaws of death. It's like, holy cow, man! He turned that into a winning campaign. And so I've been impressed. With both sides of this. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. And one other thing as well, I would love just to kind of dive into, David, is just kind of the overall experience that you've had as somebody who kind of came into the program trying to see how are you going to get to that next level, get to that next stage. And that's what a lot of people who might be watching this video right now is they might be thinking about, like, you had successful Facebook ads, you're running and stuff like that. And I remember one of the questions was, is YouTube going to do that for me? Is that going to be, what's going to spur me to that next level with what we do with our program? Maybe you could speak a little bit to that as like, initially that decision, but then also what that's done for you over this period of time, and what you would say to somebody watching who's trying to make that same decision.
Right. Well, I mean, that was the critical thing for me was YouTube just going to be another version of Facebook, or was it going to bring me up to that other level? Mm-hmm. And you were telling me that this is the move you make, the move you can make to go to that level. And you're absolutely right. I mean, that's exactly what happened. And then the beauty of that is, so you come to this new level, and then the scale is there.
Yeah.
And so you come to this new level where really you have in my mind, we were talking about it earlier, now you're really a legitimate business. I said to you, any schlub can throw up a Facebook ad. But when you get on YouTube and you start doing YouTube the right way, which is what you teach us, then you're a real business, and you're scaling, and you're going to the level that you want to take your business, or you're capable of taking your business to. And that's the beauty of what you've been sharing and teaching us. Is this turns it real, it scales, and it scales to wherever you want to go. And that's not available on Facebook. I mean, that's just not there. It's not there. There's no way.
Yeah. And I think it's one of those things where we were talking as well as we were planning out the roadmap, $1,000 a day on one campaign. Right. You have other campaigns that you could scale, though this is like the clear winner, right? And so you have all these different options to scale up. And it's essentially just almost, I think we were talking a little bit more like freeing, like you can see that that scalability.
Yeah, you can see exactly where it's going to go. You can also see how I can clone this now, and I can do it over here, and then this will go two other directions. Where, it's just amazing. It really is clear, and you can see that path in front of you.
And one thing I would love you to talk a little bit about, David, and this might be outside of kind of obviously what you're doing personally is incredible, but you've seen obviously a lot of people come through, the program that we've had, and you're in our, Inner Circle program, the continuation that we have, but you've seen a lot of people come through and have success, a variety of different businesses. Right. So one thing I'd love you to kind of speak to, and I don't always do this on interviews, this is great for like a follow-up, is, what would you say to that person who's like, maybe what I'm doing is unique, or what I'm doing won't work here? Like, you've seen the breadth of different businesses. What would you say to that person?
Anything. I mean, the cool thing about what Aleric is doing is he understands this platform. But not only does he understand this platform, I've watched him watch videos for people who are creating things. There's a woman who has these decals that go on walls, and the video is all about a child's bedroom. And then he's watching videos that are, scaling or a campaign about multi-level marketing, or some kind of something in the absolute marketing niche. I mean, it's all over the place. And your advice, I mean, each time when I'm on the call and I'm listening, I'm like, geez, is Alec even going to be able to give advice on this video? And you're spot on all the time. You have this very wide breadth. There's no hesitation at all. You have this very wide breadth of understanding, because you see everything through this marketing lens. And so you're looking at it doesn't really matter what the product is. You're looking at it through this marketing lens. You're like, I know exactly what to do there. I know exactly and there's never, what I love about you is there's never hesitation. You know, as fast as you move on the keyboard, your brain is moving through, this is what you need to do with your YouTube presence, with your ads, with your scaling. You know, there's very little hesitation, which is reinforces to me that you know what the heck you're talking about. So I love it. I mean, I've seen you do it with so many different products, so many different clients, and I mean, I would not hesitate to bring you anything.
Thank you.
This morning, I came in Aleric's office. My daughter's here, and she's got a beautiful YouTube channel all about writing advice. And I never thought for a moment, geez, I wonder if Aleric will know what to do with that. I mean, absolutely not. You absolutely nail it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
It really means a lot. And I've just been excited with the whole journey that you've had. And we'll go over a quick recap of that in just a second. But one of the last, and just two more questions just kind of round this out, right? One of the last things I always ask, and I asked you this before, and I don't know if the question has changed since the last interview that we have, but what would you tell the person who's watching this video right now, even after hearing all of that, hearing, 3x ROAs, trying to get up to 4x ROI, basically scaling the campaigns up, maybe even after hearing all that, they're still on the fence, they're not sure, right? What would you tell that person right now who's watching this video, still trying to decide if this is a good fit for them?
Well, it really comes down to this. It came down to this for me, and it really has to come down to this for you, and that is your business real? I mean, are you really going somewhere with this business? Or is it something that, it's a hobby for you, it's gonna peter out, and you're banging your head against the wall? If it's real for you, you need to hook up with somebody who knows how to do it. That's why I got involved with Aleric. It's obviously a commitment. But everything in life that is a serious commitment, if you make it with the right level of understanding, it's going to have a serious payoff. That's what I've experienced. The payoff is far surpasses my original investment, and Aleric's the guy to go to. So you really have to ask yourself are you serious about this being a business? And if it's going to be a business for you, you need to be able to scale it, and you can only scale it with somebody who knows what they're doing. And Aleric knows his stuff, and that's the bottom line.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I mean, you know your stuff.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate you for kind of going through this. And I was going to ask for any final thoughts, but I think those are perfect. So
yeah, I mean, I just love what we're doing together, and I've got other businesses that I'm going to bring into you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna scale this one, scale this one, scale this one. We're just going to keep going up.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. Well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it, David.
You bet.
Absolutely. Thank you.